Welcome to webbikeworld.com. This is an extended look at the new UClear AMP Go and AMP Pro Bluetooth intercoms. For the full review, photos, and all the details, please visit webbikeworld.com. UClear now has a new line of intercoms. The HBC 100 and 200 will be gone as soon as the remaining stock is sold. The new AMP intercom line includes the AMP, AMP Plus, and AMP Pro, along with a special edition AMP Go. They have the same look and feel as the original UClear HBC line of intercoms and the unique UClear beamforming mics. If you've never seen UClear intercoms before, there are no boom or wired mics. The mic picks up your voice similar to a Bluetooth earpiece system for your cell phone. The mics are built into the speakers on the AMP Go, which adds to the thickness, and this may be an issue when mounting in some helmets. The AMP Pro system mics fit in between the headliner at the top of the helmet eye port. So both of these are quite different from any other intercom system. The AMP Pro system also comes with the upgraded UClear Pulse speakers we reviewed on webbikeworld.com. The intercom modules are identical, however. A pair of the AMP Pro systems has 2 intercom modules, 2 chargers, padding, a quick start guide, the unique helmet mounts, which I'll discuss in a minute, and some USB cables. The AMP Go single kit comes with the intercom and speaker mic assemblies, the helmet clamp mount, and a USB cable. As usual, we're calling out the manufacturers on the amount of waste left over from their packaging. At least you can use the AMP boxes for storage, however. The UClear helmet mounting system hasn't changed since forever. It looks just like a big file folder clip, and there aren't many options here. UClear recommends using the stick-on helmet mount. Be sure to let it set for 24 hours after you stick it on the helmet. Then you mount the folder clip on the helmet mount and the intercom to that. It works, but it looks cheap as heck. Here's the quick start guide for the AMP Pro. It's packed with information on both sides, but it's pretty useful actually. Here's the quick start guide for the AMP Go. Make a copy of either of these and keep it handy. You'll need it because there are only 3 buttons on the intercoms, and you'll have to memorize the button pushing sequences because the buttons serve multiple purposes. But actually, once you get used to it, the system is fairly simple and it works well. There's a small LED light on the main on-off button. These are membrane type buttons with a different type of feel. Press and hold for 2 seconds to turn on any of the AMP intercom systems. Then all 3 buttons activate the various features. So let's take a look at that in more detail. Okay, let's take a look at pairing 2 of the AMP intercoms, and this is the same procedure for any of the AMP intercoms. You follow the directions on the quick start guide, and you follow the directions for pairing group intercoms. Which can be a little confusing if you only want to pair 2, but it's the same procedure. So both of these are now off. So on the first intercom, you press the power on button and the down button simultaneously, and this starts to blink purple. On the second intercom, press the power and the up button, that blinks fast purple. Then they're pairing, so wait till this one. Okay, so that turned blue. Then when you're done with the last unit, you just press the power button, and that ends the pairing process. It tells the system that you're at the last unit, and now these 2 are paired. They're both paired. Now to turn the intercom on, press and hold the up button on either one for 2 seconds. You'll hear it beep. The light will flash purple. Of course, you won't be able to see that if it's on your helmet. The intercom's, you're now in intercom mode. To turn it off, press and hold the down button. For 2 seconds, you'll hear a beep. and now the intercoms are still paired, but not in intercom mode. So that's how to turn the intercom. That's how to pair the intercoms and turn the intercom mode on and off on the AMP Go and actually the AMP Pro and all the new AMP UClear AMP intercoms. The tablet's on, but Bluetooth is off on the tablet. I'll turn on the AMP Go by pressing and holding for 2 seconds. That turns on the intercom, and once you get a steady blue blinking, then that's running. I'll now press and hold the up and down buttons to turn on pairing. Okay, that's now in pairing mode. They're a little sensitive. You got to make sure you press 2 exactly at the same time. Now I'll go into the tablet, into Bluetooth. I already had an Interphone Tour paired and an AMP Pro paired. I go into more settings, and there's the AMP Go, this one here. Press on that. That's pairing. Now it's connected. So this AMP Go is now connected via Bluetooth. So to play music, I can go over to my Power Amp app, which is what I use because it has a built-in equalizer. I'll show you in a second. And play music. Now if you want to adjust the volume, it's a little tricky because you only have 3 buttons here. The buttons have multiple purposes. So if you want to adjust the volume, just press the up or down just once each time you want to go up a notch. And it'll beep in the background. It's a little hard to hear. You can hear that's a little louder. Now I'm at max. I just heard it beep. I want to go back down. Okay. Now to switch tracks, you press twice quickly, and you can see that switches tracks. Do that again. That's on the up key to go forward. On the down button to go backwards, press twice, like that. You raise the volume a little bit. One click on the up button. To turn the music off, just press and hold, press the power button quickly once. Turns the music off. Press twice to turn it back on. So that's all there is to it. I'll show you the equalizer in here on the Power Amp app. You could download this for your smartphone or tablet. So it's got a full equalizer. It's got a preamp. Got to be a little careful because you can actually, you can definitely distort the speakers and possibly even damage them. Here's a quick bass and treble settings right here. So that's a pretty handy device. There's tone and volume only, and the equalizer. And then it's also a folder manager, so you can manage by albums, artists, genres, etc., playlists, create playlists, and so on. Okay, so that's, turn the music off. That's Bluetooth pairing and music playing on the UClear AMP Go. I'll turn that off, press and hold. Now it's off. UClear now has a ClearLink app that you can download. It doesn't really do much, actually. It has a rudimentary guide that's just an animated version of the quick start guide. but there's no sound and it runs pretty slow, so it's not very useful, and you're better off probably with the quick start guides. The full manual is also available here. It's just 2 pages long, and you can also download it as a PDF from the UClear website. The manual is packed with information, but it's pretty straightforward and easy to use. The ClearLink app connects with your intercom, and just a few features can be configured, but that's it. Perhaps in the future they'll improve the app, but right now it really isn't very useful for anything other than downloading and installing the firmware updates. So you'll want to do that as soon as you buy your new AMP system. So that's a brief look at the new UClear AMP Intercom systems. If you're familiar with previous UClear systems, you know how to use these. But there are some technical feature improvements, so be sure to read the full webbikeworld.com review for all the details. Thanks for watching.